Hello. So today I'm going to introduce you to regular expressions in Python. This is very simple. You just have to import the module. So we'll start your shell. So you're in your command prompt and just type Python to enter the shell. I'm using Python 2.7, but in Python 3.0 this should work just fine. In order to use regular expressions in Python, the first thing you have to do is to import the library re for regular expressions. Okay? Now, regular expressions are a way to detect and manipulate patterns in strings. So let's have a little string here. A is going to be equal to the string the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. That's my string A. I can just type A and see what it is. Now, one thing that you can do with the regular expressions is, for example, find how many O's are there. So you can say re.findAll, a little r to indicate that what follows is a raw string, single quotes, and then let's do the letter O. So how many O's are there? This will return a list. Oops. I'm sorry. How many O's in the string A? Okay. Just look at the syntax here. re.findAll, and then the string that I want to find and the string that I want to find it in. Okay, enter. So this gives me 3 letters O. So let's look at the string, right? So here's the string. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So there's 1 O in brown, 1 O in fox, and 1 O in dog. Over is a capital O. So let's try to find all of the O's, including the capital ones. So we'll do find all, raw string, and then here's something. If you want several characters to match on one position, you enclose them in square brackets. So you do little o, because I want to match a little o, or a capital O in the string A. Now we'll see that we have 3 little O's and 1 big O, and those are all the O's in our string. Now, what if I want to know what are all the capital letters? So I can do this. Find all, raw string. Now, the brackets not only allow for one character, like they do not only allow for one character where you have to type all the characters, but they also allow ranges. So for example, from capital A to capital Z, find every letter from capital A to capital Z in my string little a. And here it is. T for the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, right? So all the capital letters in my string, okay? I could do these ranges with smaller, with lowercase letters, also with numbers from like 0 to 9 and stuff like that. Now, another thing that's commonly used in regular expressions, for example, what are the characters next to a letter? So what are the characters next to an O? Find out R. Now, I have this, remember this gives me, with an O, this gives me the number of, this will give me the O's in the string. However, I want to know what are the characters on both sides. So one thing that I could do here is to put a little period and period. Period stands for any character, okay? And now, because I have little O's and big O's, I'm going to do this. So all the characters next to either a lowercase o or an uppercase o. So the character before, then the letter O, either lowercase or capital, and then the character after. And then you see row, R-O-W, fox, capital F-O-X, space, O-V, because this is part of the word over. So it's preceded by a space. And then dog, the D, then the middle of the O is the O, and then the last one is the G. Okay? So these are the letters that accompany a letter O, either capital or not. Now, much more complicated, this, as you can see, the regular expressions are a syntax. You have the period, you have the square braces, and so on and so forth. There are also symbols that mean things. So, for example, the \s means any space character, either space, tab, return, and then this one /w means any word character, so letters and underscores. Okay, so let's look at, for example, what are the words that accompany, what are the words starting with the letter O? So you'll see re.findAll, regular expression. Now, so for a word, for the start of a word, we can use, it's preceded by a space. There's other characters that are more appropriate for a word, but let's assume it's preceded by a space. Then it starts with a lowercase or a capital letter, and then it's followed by a letter. Now, I don't know how many letters, so what I want to say is it's followed by one or more letters, or by 0 or more letters. I would put the star. The star means whatever's before the star, in this case the \w, 0 or more times. Okay, and then close this in A. Let's see what it says. Whoops, it gives me the whole word, over. So here I detected the words that are preceded by a space and that start with an O, capital or lowercase, and that are followed by multiple letters or not, right? Now, another query that you might want to ask yourself is how many, for example, how many of these words, a series of words. So I want to find either that, this, or the. I want to find whether that's present in the string and how many. Okay. Now, to indicate alternative things, different alternatives, you enclose this thing in parentheses. So, and you separate the alternatives using the pipe sign, that one. Okay. So I want to find the words the, or there, or this, for example. So I want to find those kinds of words, whether they're present in my string A or not. Now this is not going to return anything. Look at this. Why? Because all my the, theirs, and this start with a capital letter. So one way to fix this would be to say this. Either a lowercase t or capital T. Again, lowercase t or capital T. Again, lowercase t or capital T. So you can see how we're combining now things, right? And then if I run this, I'll see, yeah, there's two instances of this regular expression, and they're both the word the, right? Now, one can synthesize some regular expressions a little bit more. So the same regular expression can be written like this, and see how I'm combining things, right? So one can say capital T or lowercase t followed by H, because all of them have an H, right? Followed by an E or an I, so it could be the, right? Or it could be the beginning of the word this, right? Now, if it's the word, so it's the word the, right? Now, if it's the word this, then it should be followed by an S. If it's the word the, if it's the word there, for example, it should be followed by an R. But if it's the word the, it's not followed by anything. So we'll say that the letters S and R are optional. You indicate this with a question mark. A question mark indicates that the preceding expression is optional, 0 or 1 times. Okay, so it's either it has to start with a T, has to be followed by an H, and has to be followed by an E or an I. Okay, so the word the is fine. Also, the word the is fine. Okay, now. And then it can be followed by an S or an R optionally. Now, if the word is there, there's a final E, but that's also optional. Okay? In A. Let's see what happens here. We find the word the and the again. Okay? Now, this thing, now let's find, for example, how many adjectives are here. So I have a little list of adjectives, right? Find all, and my adjectives, I do the same thing. I separate them, I put them in parentheses and separate them with a bar. So quick is an adjective, happy is an adjective, silly is an adjective, brown is an adjective, and lazy is an adjective, right? So this is the option of words that I want to find in my string A. It didn't find anything. Again, they all start with capital letters, but I'm getting tired of typing capital letters all the time, capital and lowercase letters for everything, just to cover for everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a flag here. So after you put your string in find all, you put look at the syntax, the regular expression, then the string, and then you can put a flag. And if you put re.I, it's going to do the match ignoring the case. So you will find quick, brown, and lazy, right? So no need to do the little trick with the lowercase o and capital O or lowercase and capital letters. Sometimes it's necessary though, but not here. Now, one other important operation of regular expressions is the ability to substitute things. So for example, let's replace lazy and quick with the word happy. So you'll say re.sub, okay, raw string. Now let's find lazy or happy. I know they lazy or quick. I know they start with uppercase. I know what I'm looking for, and I'm going to replace this with happy in the string A. And you will see that it returns the happy brown fox jumps over the happy dog now. So it replaced two strings with this. Okay. Now this is a very, very, very basic introduction to regular expressions. You can find more about regular expressions in this URL, docs.python.org/how-to-regex. Okay, that's for it'll tell you all about the regular expressions. Thank you.